Greetings, citizens of Chima. This is the Eternian Jedi, or Pandor, with a new video. Today, I will be doing something a little bit different. So, recently I acquired a second Flying Phoenix Temple, and the reason I bought a second one is because I wanted to do an alternate build for this set. So this is going to be a new series where I take existing Chima sets and I try and build something completely different, obviously only using the pieces that are included in the set. If you guys remember Brick Bros UK, they used to do this kind of thing, and I figured, hey, I'm going to do the same thing, but for LEGO Chima. So yeah, today I'm going to be presenting to you guys my alternate build for the Flying Phoenix Temple. I think we can all agree the Flying Phoenix Temple is a beautiful set, but it's more of a vehicle than a playset, and that was always one of my complaints with it. So yeah, what I tried to do with this alternate build is make it seem more like a playset, give it more interior, because the set we got doesn't have any interior because it's mainly a vehicle, more so than a temple. But yeah, I also did a couple side builds, so I hope you guys enjoy. Kicking things off, we have this small Sabertooth Tank with a cheese shooter, of course. I did keep one of these. So this is a smaller version of the tank that was included in the original set. Can still roll just as nicely. It's a bit longer, a bit smaller, of course. You don't have the flying detachable vehicle with this one. But yeah, I still think it looks pretty good. My goal was to keep it as small as possible because there were pieces from the original Sabertooth Tank build that I needed for the Phoenix Citadel. Next up, we have a small flying vehicle for Liella. So I kind of based this one off Nia's flying vehicle from the City of Styx, which is obviously from Ninjago. Yeah, honestly, I really like how this one turned out. There is a turbine on the back that can spin around. It's got a very sleek and long build, and of course a huge flame on the very back. Honestly, really happy with how this one turned out, and of course I decided that Liella should pilot this one because she doesn't have a vehicle in the show or in any of the sets, so I figured, might as well give her one. So yeah, I guess she can outrun Voom Voom over here. Yeah, she can knock him out of the way. And then we have the entrance to the Phoenix Citadel. So this has remained quite similar to the original. It's not that different. I wasn't too sure how to change it, so I decided to keep it somewhat similar to the original. You can still open the gates, of course. And of course, the fire chi is still stored in that same small build. Didn't really change that one too much. So yeah, this is probably the part of this alternate build that stays the most true to the original build. But yeah, you can have your Sabertooth Tank fire at the gates to try and get through, and then Voom Voom can seize the fire chi. And now for the main build, which I'm calling the Phoenix Citadel. So overall, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So the ground floor, we have this nice little entrance at the front, and we have a throne room for Fluminox. And of course, you're supposed to kind of connect these three builds together. Well, they're kind of connected loosely, but that's to give you a bit more freedom. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the throne room turned out with the two giant flames on each side, the two flags representing the Phoenix Sigil, and of course the throne for Fluminox turned out really nice. We have a fire chi crystal in the middle. Yeah, honestly, really like how this one turned out. Now, of course, the thing with this Phoenix Citadel build is I had to use a lot of Technic bars, so I had to cover those up as much as I could, and honestly, I think I did a pretty good job, because the Flying Phoenix Temple is mostly a Technic set. It has a lot of Technic pieces, so that's why it was a bit of a challenge, to convert it into a more brick-based playset. The first floor is Flinx's room, so just his living quarters. He's got a small bed and a plant on the side. Yeah, you can tell these rooms are quite open. It was hard to cover them up because, again, didn't have many bricks with this set, mostly Technic pieces. You've got these wings on the side, which can be splayed out a bit. And then, of course, the Phoenix head at the very top, which, I'm pretty happy with, actually. I didn't want it to look too similar to the one on the Flying Phoenix Temple. That's why I changed up the build quite a bit. But yeah, you can move it up and down. And, of course, there is a fire chi launcher there, so we can try and aim at Voom Voom, but I guess we missed right there. Anyways, guys, that's going to cover it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this alternate build for the Flying Phoenix Temple. Overall, I had a lot of fun putting this one together. Did take me a few hours, but I'm very pleased with the end result. I even quite like the side builds. I think my favorite of the side builds is probably Lyella's flying vehicle. But yeah, it was quite a challenge, because again, this set contains a lot of Technic pieces. As I mentioned, it feels like the original set was more of a vehicle as opposed to being a playset. So yeah, that was really my goal here. I wanted to transform it into a playset as much as possible, and honestly, I think I did a pretty good job pulling this one off with some nice interior detailing, particularly with the throne room for Fluminox. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this alternate build. Is there anything that you would do different? Please let me know down in the comments below. And I do want to do more alternate builds for Chima. So if there's any set in particular you'd like to see me do a build of, please let me know in the comments below. I've got a few ideas, so we'll see what comes next. But yeah, aside from that, thanks for watching, guys, and stay legendary.